If you're a tennis fan, you've probably heard of Roger Federer. He's one of the greatest tennis players of all time. But what you might not know is that he has a very special place in the hearts of many of us. When the world's greatest tennis player announced his retirement, the sports media went into a frenzy. As such, it is understandable that the media would be interested in his retirement. Here's a look back at some of his best achievements and moments from his incredible career. Before, please like and share the video, subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon for more updates. Tribute: the grit and grace of Federer. Watching Roger Federer courtside, a rarefied privilege, has always been an otherworldly experience. Especially on a hard court, you immediately notice something wholly different about the Swiss. His opponents, whether Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic or Andy Murray, leave little doubt how much effort they are expending in every shot, each lunge along the baseline, every rapid-fire sprint forward. You hear the grunts, the labored breathing, and even the high-pitched squeak of their sneakers as they quickly change direction. Roger Federer, though, is silent. His sneakers don't squeak. It's as though he floats above the court. Maybe it's denial, but only days after his retirement announcement, it's tough to write about Federer in the past tense. Federer, the man and the tennis player, have always seemed so present. Roger Federer reimagined the game of tennis. No one had ever played it with his combination of speed, power, creativity, and grace. Not Laver, not Borg, not McEnroe, not Sampras. The Swiss possessed preternatural, almost celestial gifts, the kind of innate talents that the novelist David Foster Wallace claimed were exempt, at least in part, from certain physical laws. Federer's most sublime tennis had to be seen, experienced, to be believed. It was always difficult to describe. Ethereal comes closest. Not of this earth. Lithe and even slimmer in person than he looked on TV, Federer exuded panache and elegance. His strokes weren't just textbook, they were PhD in art history, beautiful, more like brushstrokes than tennis shots. The Swiss could create on the fly, indeed he seemed to revel in the need to come up with a shot no mere mortal would think of. His singular brand of tennis confounded both opponents and fans, leaving one group immobilized and the other slack-jawed. Yet Federer was much more than a balletic performer who danced across the stage, displaying his artistry. What made Federer more than an artist, and one of the greatest champions in any sport, was the deep competitive fire he brought to the game. Federer may have appeared to float above the court, and even the game itself, but he was an earthbound athlete with the rare kind of competitiveness that only burns in the greatest. Roger Federer's retirement letter. To my tennis family and beyond, of all the gifts that tennis has given me over the years, the greatest, without a doubt, has been the people I've met along the way, my friends, my competitors, and most of all the fans who give the sport its life. Today, I want to share some news with you all. As many of you know, the past 3 years have presented me with challenges in the form of injuries and surgeries. I've worked hard to return to full competitive form. But I also know my body's capacities and limits, and its message to me lately has been clear. I am 41 years old. I have played more than 1,500 matches over 24 years. Tennis has treated me more generously than I ever would have dreamt, and now I must recognize when it's time to end my competitive career. The Laver Cup next week in London will be my final ATP event. I will play more tennis in the future, of course, but just not in Grand Slams or on the tour. This is a bittersweet decision because I will miss everything the tour has given me. But at the same time, there is so much to celebrate. I consider myself one of the most fortunate people on earth. I was given a special talent to play tennis, and I did it at a level that I never imagined, for much longer than I ever thought possible. I would like to especially thank my amazing wife Mirka, who has lived through every minute with me. She has warmed me up before finals, watched countless matches even while over 8 months pregnant, and has endured my goofy side on the road with my team for over 20 years. I also want to thank my 4 wonderful children for supporting me, always eager to explore new places and creating wonderful memories along the way. Seeing my family cheering me on from the stands is a feeling I will cherish forever. I would also like to thank and recognize my loving parents and my dear sister, without whom nothing would be possible. A big thank you to all my former coaches who always guided me in the right direction. You have been wonderful. And to Swiss Tennis, who believed in me as a young player and gave me an ideal start. I really want to thank and acknowledge my amazing team, Ivan, Danny, Roland, and particularly Seve and Pierre, who have given me the best advice and have always been there for me. Also Tony, for creatively managing my business for over 17 years. You are all incredible and I have loved every minute with you. I want to thank my loyal sponsors, who are really like partners to me, and the hard-working teams in tournaments on the ATP Tour, who consistently welcomed all of us with kindness and hospitality. I would also like to thank my competitors on the court. I was lucky enough to play so many epic matches that I will never forget. We battled fairly, with passion and intensity, and I always tried my best to respect the history of the game. I feel extremely grateful. We pushed each other, and together we took tennis to new levels. Above all, I must offer a special thank you to my unbelievable fans. You will never know how much strength and belief you have given me. The inspiring feeling of walking into full stadiums and arenas has been one of the huge thrills in my life. Without you, those successes would have felt lonely rather than filled with joy and energy. The last 24 years on tour have been an incredible adventure. While it sometimes feels like it went by in 24 hours, it has also been so deep and magical that it seems as if I've already lived a full lifetime. I have had the immense fortune to play in front of you in over 40 different countries. I have laughed and cried, felt joy and pain, and most of all I have felt incredibly alive. Through my travels, I have met many wonderful people who will remain friends for life, who consistently took time out of their busy schedules to come watch me play and cheer me on around the globe. Thank you. When my love of tennis started, I was a ball kid in my hometown of Basel. I used to watch the players with a sense of wonder. They were like giants to me, and I began to dream. My dreams led me to work harder and I started to believe in myself. Some success brought me confidence and I was on my way to the most amazing journey that has led to this day. So, I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart, to everyone around the world who has helped make the dreams of a young Swiss ball kid come true. Finally, to the game of tennis, I love you and will never leave you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Please like and share the video, subscribe to this channel, and click the bell icon for more updates.